Hello, welcome to our little channel. I thought I'd give a flip through of some of my favourite books to use in junk journaling, and I wanted to choose ones that were readily available here in Australia because I don't know about you, but I find it a little frustrating when I watch somebody in the UK or America showing theirs and they're not so easy to get here. So these are all pretty easy to find in any second-hand shop or op shop here. Field guides. These field guides are everywhere. I guess people have apps these days, but they make for great fussy cuts or any sort of chart things that you'd like to use. But look at these gorgeous. I mean, I use them as pages as well, if you don't mind the sideways page. And it's really nice having local, or reasonably local, Australian anyway, birds. They're great illustrations. I love them. It is also becoming a lot easier to find field guides for further afield places. I have a beautiful one from South Africa and some from Nepal, which I guess, I don't know, people travel and then they take them to the second-hand shop. So field guides, we have many of these, pardon me, and use them a lot. They're great. And then this one, when I found the first one of these, I was so excited, and I've since found a couple more. So they are around quite readily at book fairs. This was taken out of a school library. It is called The Watercolour Flower Painter's Handbook by Patricia Seligman. And it's just beautiful. I mean, look, it's as if you're looking in somebody's sketchbook. And although it's not watercolour paper, some of these paintings almost look as if they are. It's a nice, matte, reasonably sturdy paper. Got lots of beautiful images for journal cards or just full pages to use because they're so nice. I love these ones that look like they're a spiral bound sketchbook here. Mind you, I don't think I've actually been able to cut any of these pages out of this one yet because I do also like to paint. So at the moment this is still on the reference shelf, but I do have a second copy, so it is fair game. Oh, now look, I haven't looked at that closely. There's actually all these watercolour postcards in here. Ooh, no, I mean watercolour paper postcards. Okay, I know what I'll be doing after this video, taking those out and using them. Then this one we found and paid $15 for. This was for the reference library. Alice Rowan, what an amazing woman. I just love these illustrations. This was, I think, from an exhibition, National Library in Canberra, because we've since found this everywhere for a couple of dollars. And look at these gorgeous plates. They are double-sided, but they are back to back, and so I like to, keep this section and then you can hinge that onto something and keep the two sides so you're not losing any of these beautiful paintings. There's so many. It's really just fantastic. And I've since become quite interested in I think I've got, oh no, this one is called The Flower Hunter. I've got a couple of other books on Alice Rowan since, which speak more about her adventuring. Quite extraordinary. This is from the early 1900s. There were a lot of adventurous women back in the late 1800s and 1900s. Makes me wonder what I've been doing, really. Anyway, onward to some much easier to find. I mean, the Alice Rowan's pretty easy to find here. Reader's Digest books. These are great. They're big, great if you want to make a grimoire with the book afterwards, if you ever get through it. And look at this paper. I love it. It's really silky. It's not too thick. It has gorgeous illustrations. Great for either fussy cutting or using on a pocket, as a bag. Love these books. I not only have the house plant, or what's it called? Indoor plants one. I've got ones on like building your own furniture, woodworking, all sorts. They've got great diagrams. They've all got really beautiful paper. I guess because of the time when they were printed, we hadn't gone to that very acidic recycled papers, pulp papers. These are lovely. So I have used this, or one like this, a lot. And the same time I found that, I found this one, the Hamlin Book of Houseplants. Again, showing its age. It's pretty mucky, which means, of course, it's fair game. This has even more matte paper. It's really, really lovely. Even these black and white, or maybe especially these black and white images are gorgeous. I use this section, which is pretty blank here, just as a little page insert, because it's a great, half size or third size page insert. And then these ones, being back to back, again you can use as a hinged flip or a page or a journal card. Or you can practice your sketching. I mean, these are great if you like to do quickie sketches with simple forms. This is a really good way of learning how to do that, because they're so simplified, so much easier than trying to draw a full plant in colour. So this is a great book, and it's been heavily harvested. Look at that. Ooh. Love these. Love these. And then for the last couple, we're onto the birds. This Australian Birds and Their Young, I'm a big fan of this landscape format book because it means I don't lose anything if I want to have it as a page in a book. When I use this sort of image, I tend to have this in the middle of the signature so that, you're not just seeing half the bird and half the nest. These are beautiful. And they're blank on the back, so they're just fantastic for putting in your journal if you like having lots of writing space. And the paper is lovely. Look at these lovely things. And it's so nice. Who knew a tawny frogmouth nest looked like that? So you can see this one has also been heavily used, heavily harvested, but I'm pretty sure the whole book, look at it, there's just endless, glorious, birds and their young, birds and their nests. Oh, we have these dusky moorhens everywhere down below in the lagoon. Those chicks are very cute. I didn't realise they were so coloured. Fantastic, fantastic book. Even though this has so many images, if I ever found another one of these, I would grab it, because I use this a lot. And then another one that is easy to find, sometimes it has quite a price on it. Robin Hill was one of our probably best known illustrators, and did birds, parrots. This one is from 1968, and the paper is just beautiful, as are the colours. It's really interesting watching how the different printings at different times have different papers and colours, but the 60s and 70s are the books I love most, I think, for the papers. Look at these illustrations. This book's so big you're probably not seeing all of it, but again, heavily harvested already. And it's nice and big, so again you can use, you know, this as a bit in a book without having to hinge. Oh look, here we go. Back to a tawny frogmouth again. More, they're everywhere. Must be a frogmouth sort of a morning. So much material. And this paper dyes pretty well too, I think. And if you like birds and nature, I highly recommend seeking out some of these books, using them in your journals, and you get a bit of an education at the same time. I tend to disappear into reading a whole lot about what I'm using, and that's lovely. It makes you feel more connected to the world outside, just to the world in general, remembering what else there is beside our desks full of scraps. Okay, I hope you find some of these, or maybe you have some of these already, and get cracking. Use them. Use them. You know that they just pulp so many books these days, and we're doing our bit to save them and enjoy them. Thanks for watching. See you next time.